Ah.
Yeah, we're alive. Good.
Sleep well, did you?
No, I was unconscious.
Save your breath. What's the status of the investigation?
Don't take that tone with me. While you were sleeping, we were working.
I didn't pass out last night because of the blow to my head, did I?
Seems unlikely. Inspector Legrand thinks you were drugged.
But how?
The champagne. Which was the doctor's champagne.
Who gave you the glass of champagne?
Captain De Conti.
Interesting.
But he took it from the doctor, didn't he? So who gave the doctor the glass of champagne? And the doctor just declared that woman dead, but we wouldn't know. Maybe she's not actually dead. What? Doctor's guilty. So I think I've declared everybody in this game guilty. Alright, any glass champagne?
It should be possible to find traces of the tranquilizer in the glass.
This is not CSI.
What Legrand is trying
This is
to
a
do.
cruise ship.
Without a laboratory?
There you go, thank you.
Oh, he's got a lab. His cabin is packed with all the latest forensic stuff.
Is it?
It's quite impressive what the inspector can do.
A competent man, no doubt, and surprisingly well prepared.
And diligent. He's been at it all night with his brushes and tinctures and glasses and everything, working like a man possessed.
What have you been
I
doing?
wouldn't want to be the Raven now.
Alright, anyway,
Have
suspects?
you arrested anyone yet?
You mean besides the Arab?
He could hardly have committed the murder. You must have been with him when it happened.
We heard the shot on the forecastle. I locked our friend in the detention cell in the cargo hold and then went up to assist Legrand. You were already sleeping the sleep of the just.
I like how he makes me act like, you know,
Any other suspects?
No.
like I'm guilty of falling asleep.
The decks were swarming with frightened passengers.
Yes. A clever way to stay incognito during the commotion.
But we still have our primary suspect, the Raven.
It's not a
You really
suspect.
think he's returned?
Well,
It's a
I
figment
think
of your
no one knows
imagination.
as much about the Raven as Legrand.
But still, it all seems so incredible.
Why do you give this man, like, semblance of conversation?
What's the state of play? How was the Baroness killed?
The Baroness was shot in the chest at close range.
Did you hear the
We'll
gunshot?
know more once the doc finishes examining the body in the medical centre.
And no one saw anything suspicious.
No one saw a shadowy Raven leaving the Baroness's cabin, if that's what you mean. A lot of people heard the
Kind of what I
gunshot.
meant, yeah.
Inspector Legrand wants to question the passengers again this morning once they've all calmed down and he's had a chance to examine the evidence.
I suppose that you and Legrand inspected the crime scene and the surroundings.
Of course.
Of course.
Right.
And we already hit the jackpot. The murder weapon.
Really? Where did you find it?
Planted.
Gangway. The gangway for boarding the ship folds up and hooks onto the hull when it's not being used. The murderer probably wanted to throw the gun into the sea. He casually dropped it overboard.
But it landed on the gangway.
That's suspicious, too.
Bad luck.
But Legrand and I were on the side deck right after the shot.
Yep.
There was no one there.
Maybe the murderer threw the gun away later. We recovered it in the early hours.
I think I'll look for Inspector Legrand now.
I just want to get away from
Do what
you.
you think's best.
You won't get rid of me. I'm here to stay, Constable Oliver.
Be that as it may.
But if I get rid of
Inspector
you,
Legrand ordered me to
that'd
guard
be
the cargo hold with our
amazing.
special guest.
Thank
That's
you.
fine by me.
Me too.
Inspector
Get away from me.
Legrand may be able to get by without sleep for days on end, but not me.
So you're going to sleep down.
It's not easy playing with the big boys, Constable Zellner.
So you're going to sleep with the
No,
prisoner? Like,
it
down in
certainly
the
isn't.
cargo hold? You are a worthless individual. Alright, go to the saloon. What else we got over here? Anything? On the side of the room? No? Yes? Downstairs? Side deck. Wasn't there, like, Baroness's room over here? Yes. Examine the cabin door.
The cabin was sealed. I'm pretty sure the seal doesn't have any legal relevance here on the open sea, but I'm still dependent on Legrand letting
Yeah,
me
man,
join
don't.
his team. I better not blow it by breaking his seal without permission.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let us not do that. Let's go back over here. Let's go check out the saloon real quick. Maybe get some gin. What we got over here? Anything interesting? Not so far. Yes, it does all this. Okay, good. So we got some stuff I can't click on. Some more stuff I can't click on. Look out. I don't care about that yet. What was that? Look. Oh, into the after deck. Keep on exploring. See what we can see. Got a newspaper out here on the ocean somehow. That's impressive, actually. Examine the towels for who knows what. We have proper murder weapon.
Big, soft towels.
Take one with you.
Could reserve a deck chair with it. No, better not.
You could just take one in case you need a towel for something. Yes? No? Okay, no. Fair enough, fair enough. Enter the saloon? No. Examine the deck chair for I don't know why.
I'd really like to lie in the sun and take a nap.
That would be
But
excellent.
I don't have time for that at the moment.
Come on now. You deserve it. Lie in the sun is an option. Go to the side deck. Let's do that. So he said he found the gun over here. Because that's the menu. We couldn't take that, could we? Go into the ship. Examine these crates. Oh, back
I
up.
suppose the life jacket close to the railing, close at hand.
No.
in case of emergency.
Shut up. Shut up. The tape is down. Get back inside. Get back in here. No, wait, what? But, oh no, it is broken. Look at it.
I'd better ask Legrand. My investigations will be much more difficult.
come on,
if he
no,
would
look at the
upset with
tape.
me because of such things.
Hold on. Our graphics are broken. That is broken tape. And we were outside. There was tape on the ground. See it again. Look at that. That is the police tape. On the floor. And it's not on the door. Come on, Nordic Games. Up your game. I saw something. You're like, no, that's not how it goes. Anyway, okay, so that was life jackets or something.
I hope I don't find myself needing a life jacket.
Yeah, I didn't mean to click on that. Go upstairs. Go to the forecastle. Let's do that. Stay on one deck at a time before we go wandering all around. Look at this dork.
It may not seem like it, but Constable Oliver is actually a very effective watchman.
Is he?
Constable Oliver brought something to drink.
He's been
You can tell
drugged,
it's not
I'm
the
sure.
First time he's had to guard something. The bottle should be full of water, unless the good constable happens to have a secret alcohol problem. No way to verify that. I can't get the bottle without him noticing.
Fair enough. Right, look at the sea. Let's look at the sea, so why not? We learned some deep truth maybe about the ocean. Can't imagine what that would be.
Salty sea air in my old lungs, wind in my thinning hair. If I hadn't become a policeman, I could have been a sailor.
That's true, I suspect. Examine the shuffleboard, for I don't know why.
I wonder if this game is an advanced version of bocce.
I don't have a clue what bocce is, so we're gonna say maybe, perhaps. No idea. Alright, talk to him. I don't need to talk to him, do I? Probably not. Guess we could though, let's try. Might as well. Had a plot point from chapter 1, allowed me examining a
what's going
locked locker,
The
so.
raven just flew by.
What?
Or
Kidding.
At least he might as well have.
I wasn't asleep.
I understand. It was just a ruse.
Anyway,
Any conclusions about a young stowaway?
He's a bit suspicious. Foreign and whatnot.
what?
I see. Did he act suspiciously in any way?
Thank you.
No. The shot surprised him as much as it did me. Looked in on him earlier. Still seems to be asleep.
Covered with a blanket from head to toe?
Oh, he's still in there. I poked him.
Okay. What's your theory?
What do you think? What happened here last night?
The Raven broke into the Baroness's cabin, she surprised him, and he shot her.
What was he looking for in her cabin?
She was a rich woman.
Well, the key, of
Why
course.
did he lock the door?
Why not?
From inside? An impressive trick.
It is an impressive
I'm not
trick.
saying I know how he did it. I'm just saying that it was him.
Why didn't he leave a raven feather?
Are you serious? We'd have suspected him straight away.
But fortunately,
You said him anyway.
he still did.
Right?
May
You
I go
are
downstairs
not a
and
very
have
good
couple of
investigator.
words with our guest.
I don't want to, really.
May
Good.
not.
Come again?
Inspector Legrand wants to conduct all the interrogations himself.
I'm sure he'll understand if I form my own conclusions.
He ordered me to guard the door, and that's just what I'm going to do.
How about a bit of individual initiative?
How about letting a man do his job?
That's
Do you
true.
think you'd be better at it?
I do, but I don't want to do your job because that seems boring. You're going to get poisoned by your water bottle anyway, so...
Let's assume that the old raven really has returned and that he really is responsible for all this. Who is he? Or she?
His name's Jackson.
Anyone. No one's ever seen the Raven.
He could also be paying someone else to do his dirty work.
But of course. It's a fact that he used to work with partners. They even arrested some of his accomplices.
Really?
But no one could ever identify the raven himself. Some claims that they didn't even know that they were working for him.
What?
Fascinating.
Doesn't even make sense.
He could have hired someone with financial difficulties to set off the alarm at a certain time without that person knowing why they were doing it.
The man Legrand shot back then, he was a famous safecracker. He could just as well have been a henchman.
Or the real raven. There's probably no better cover for a big thief than acting like a small one. I don't want to keep you from your duties any longer.
Good idea.
Keep you from sleeping, you mean? Alright, back to the side deck. Let's go upstairs since there's some stairs right here. And I'm pretty sure there is a go upstairs option. Yes, let's go up there. Let's check it out. Alright, what's up here? Up here we've got...
We were here yesterday when we heard the shot.
I know, it was like 5 minutes ago.
Legrand caught our stowaway.
I was there for that too. Alright, anyway, there's like an axe back here. Let's look at that.
Why is there an axe hanging here? I suppose it's for chopping through ropes in the event that the lifeboats can't be lowered. Or they use it to
Oh.
enforce who's allowed on the boat and who's not.
Wow, that's a harsh way to do it. Does this go downstairs? No. Examine the door, okay.
The ship's bridge. 2 men. One of them navigating. I get the impression that the officers keep things running. It seems like the captain concentrates on the passengers and the bar.
Why didn't you ask one of the officers yet if the guy downstairs is an actual employee or not, or a stowaway? Examine the grate because that fan's not moving.
The grate must be part of the ship's ventilation system. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Except the fan's not moving.
The grate shouldn't be so easy to open. Did the stowaway open it and we caught him in the act?
Nope, the Raven's right there. Oh.
The pipe is too narrow. He wouldn't fit in there. I guess
The Raven's a
cover had been
child.
effective for a while.
Or is it magic and can turn into an actual Raven? What?
I could inform the captain
What?
that the grid has to be repaired. But if I start reporting all the problems on the ship, I'd have to shelve my murder investigation.
And he might kick you off the boat. So that's a thing. What's it got up here? Some
This
pipes.
isn't a panoramic deck for visitors. There are pipes, steel cables, chains up here. You can smell the smoke from the funnel. I have no idea how the ship works, and I really don't care, as long as it stays afloat.
Come on now. What is... Okay, they got a panel that's nothing going on there. And some stuff up here. And this box is doing nothing. Anything on the ground I can find? Same with the door. I don't care about the door. No. No. Use a hint. Make sure. Search the corner. Alright. Probably would not have seen that, so let's search the corner.
There's dirt piled up in the corner. Down below
It's there,
where
okay.
the passengers are, the ship is pretty clean. But the crew doesn't seem to care as much up here.
So we saw dirt in the corner. What? What? Oh, okay. Right. So about downstairs. Alright, we haven't been inside downstairs yet. Let's do that next. Into the ship. I'm telling you that police tape's still broken. So I am not happy that the game's like, what? What do you mean you went back there? You saw something? How dare you see things in an adventure game? Killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Got a box I can't look at. That's like the most important thing in this room right there. What is that thing? I got a letter, not a letter, a sign I can't read. Let's look at this model.
A model of the Lydia before it was rebuilt. It used to be a freighter. The wide hallways, the cabins, and the saloon were added later.
Fair enough. Door to medical center. What is this? Oh, it's just upstairs. What is this thing? I don't know what that is. Alright, we got some pinboard. Let's look at this pinboard. Any important notices?
An evacuation plan?
Okay.
And some tips from the doctor for avoiding seasickness, sunburn, and the like. And here, a schedule of activities. A drink with the captain, a shuffleboard competition on the forecastle, and that's about it. A real barrel of fun.
Hey man, lay around the sun. Okay, examine the door to Legrand's cabin. Examine the alarm. Let's look at the alarm. It's important.
An alarm like this one was set off yesterday.
Was it not this one?
This one hasn't been set off.
Ah,
The
okay.
security seal is intact.
Fair enough. I don't want to look at Legrand's door, but there it is. But it's an option, so let's do it.
Legrand's cabin.
I know. That's all you got? No, we don't go inside. Let's go to the medical center. Let's talk to Doc. Yeah, knock for the medical center? Okay, I guess so. That's fine.
Hello, Dr. Gebhardt.
And there's the next one.
Excuse
The next
me?
one?
You want something else from me, don't you?
I'm afraid I do.
What a first day at work. Well,
I am told that I was drugged.
that's how it seems.
What can you tell me about it?
Me? Why should that be my business?
Haven't you
you're a
analyzed the
doctor?
glass?
No, I haven't. The inspector said he's the better chemist. I let him do it. That way I could at least concentrate on the body.
That makes sense. Sounds like an interrogation,
Do you
but
know whose glass I drank from?
What do you mean?
his, I think.
Captain De Conti handed me a glass of champagne. But where did he get it?
I don't know. Did you ask him?
See,
I'm
I
just
might
asking
rewind this
because you
video.
were also in the saloon when the champagne was served.
See, I could have
Yes, but
sworn when
I
they
only
walked up,
entered the
he
saloon a few
handed
seconds before
the
you did.
captain the glass.
I didn't manage to get a drink myself.
Which,
Oh, I need to back up and watch this
is
again. Maybe I'm
lucky.
wrong. Maybe I'm very, very
You're
wrong.
right about that.
Do you think the Baroness might have been drugged? She was very tired and unsteady when Legrand and I saw her.
Yeah, I heard about that. I must have just missed her in the saloon. And without having seen her myself, it is hard to make a diagnosis.
Of course.
That's fair.
Can you say something about her general health?
She was quite overweight, and the butler said that she suffered from diabetes. Despite that, she hadn't visited a doctor for several years.
Doesn't sound good.
Happens more frequently than you might suppose. Some people are scared of doctors and pay with an early death. It is possible that the Baroness wouldn't have lived much longer anyway.
Speculation.
What's the result of your examination of the victim?
She is dead.
I
Great.
didn't make you work all night long, Dr. Gebhardt.
She was shot. Point-blank shot. Probably with a pistol. It seems like she was lying in bed. The shot struck her heart. She died immediately.
One shot?
More were unnecessary. And we only heard one shot, no?
And there's just one entrance wound.
Just one.
Okay.
Have you already removed the bullet?
Did Legrand send you? What is that Frenchman's problem? I
You did
already
not,
told
actually.
you. I will get in touch as soon as I have it. That is also what I told the constable, who he kept sending all night long, once I finally got rid of Legrand himself.
Did he look over your shoulder?
He probably wanted to take the scalpel from my hand and hack away himself. But this is my surgery, and I will not let amateurs interfere with my work.
That's
Fair enough.
understandable. How much longer will it take?
I have just finished.
We are not making friends.
Send my regards to His Majesty.
What you think I'm gonna give it to him?
Thanks.
This is my investigation now, buddy.
No.
No?
That is it for now, then, and later. I'm going to lie down for a few hours. Can you tell that to your boss?
But
I kind of like the doctor, though.
could I at least have the key?
Absolutely not.
To what?
But if
The
we have to
body?
examine the victim again,
Then the esteemed inspector knows where to find me. In my
You are
cabin.
arrogant as hell, aren't you?
Good night.
I mean, like,
Constable
us, not the
Zellner.
doctor. Doctor's fine. But I just want to have the key to where the dead body is. What is your problem? You're a constable. What do you know about autopsies besides 0 to nothing? Anyway, I'm annoyed for the doctor. What is wrong with our character? Yeah, just thought this other jerk.
Come in.
Alright, this will be good. Try not to punch him. Try not to punch him in the face. It's my only goal for the scene. Don't punch him in the face.
Ah, Zellner. Are you ready?
Good morning, Inspector Legrand. My head is pounding, but I think I'm okay.
Chloral hydrate.
Is that what poison doing? I don't know what that
That's
is.
why you have a headache. I found traces of it in your champagne glass.
That's not my champagne glass. That's a wine glass. Let's talk about the drugs.
And this chloral hydrate?
Is a tranquilizer. Can be dissolved in alcohol. The effect begins in minutes and lasts for hours. Who gave you the glass of champagne?
Captain.
I believe it was Captain DeConti.
If believing were enough for us, we'd have become priests, Constable.
I know it's
Be a
Captain.
policeman and find out for sure.
Understood.
How would I do that? You're an idiot. Be positive about something that there's no recording of. Good grief.
What have you found out so far?
These people are killing me.
Barnes was shot
Killing me.
in the chest at close range. We heard the shot.
I know that.
The murderer quickly fled the cabin and dropped the murder weapon over the railing later. A simple story so far.
But why was her cabin door locked?
Right.
Exactly. If the murderer wanted to make it seem like a suicide, he'd have shot her in the head and left the gun at the crime scene.
And if it was murder, why did he go to all the trouble of locking the door from inside? And how did he manage that anyway?
Especially since we arrived just a few seconds later and didn't see anyone near the cabin.
Right.
Something doesn't make sense here.
No. it
Nothing
doesn't,
makes
and
sense here.
It's driving me crazy.
Did you find the murder weapon?
On the gangway on the side of the ship. I suspect the murderer tried to drop it into the sea. He would have stood close to the railing to let it fall unseen.
And since he doesn't know the ship, he had bad luck and dropped it right onto the gangway.
Indeed. And do you find that probable?
Nope.
Not a bit.
There you go.
Neither do I.
This guy's not a complete idiot.
What kind of a gun is it?
A pistol, a Luger 08.
Antique.
Manufactured 1,000,000 times during and after the First World War. Austrian model. The owner is David Kreutzer, the violinist.
Oh,
We found him tonight totally drunk on the bow of the ship. He confirmed that it's his gun, but he claims that it was stolen from him.
Fingerprints?
Nothing. But it's worth mentioning that the clip was missing 2 bullets.
And it's definitely the murder weapon.
The ballistic tests are incomplete. Actually, I've been waiting far too long for the bullet recovered from the corpse. Pay the good doctor a visit, Zellner, and see that he does his job.
About the bullet.
I'm not sure.
Here it is.
Excellent.
Forensic analysis is the cruise ship doctor's job.
A 7.65
Just saying.
Parabellum
Just saying.
Luger.
Don't you want to examine it in more detail?
When I have time. For now, though, we can assume that we had the murder weapon. There can't be too many antique Luger 08 pistols on board.
May
Missing
I take
bullets,
a look
yeah.
at the Baroness's cabin.
We already searched it thoroughly.
Sure.
They'll get me at your hair
What
then.
about now, by daylight?
Yes, fine, it can't hurt.
Thank you.
Here, take this with you.
Hit the bullet?
Thanks. I'll let
Is that what
you
that
know
was, or the
if I
key?
find anything important.
But only then, please. I'm very busy.
Absolutely.
Of
I don't want to talk to you anyway, so it's okay. Violinist?
Do you believe the violinist?
He'll be the first person I question. He claims he can't remember anything from the last few hours. Says he drank a bottle of schnapps.
He was on the train,
That'll do
and
it.
he doesn't have an alibi. His drunkenness could be a smokescreen.
He fits the profile. He travels a lot, has access to high society. Could be interesting.
Well, he's got me fooled if it's him. Got me
You
fooled.
think that the jewel thief is the murderer?
Our friend would have needed another key to open the safe and steal the second eye.
Right.
The one the Baroness was carrying.
Did he get it?
At least, that's what we implied.
What?
Do you mean?
The Baroness was famous for her forgetfulness. I convinced her to give me the third key. It seems safer.
Nice.
Aye.
Good
The
job.
thief searches the Baroness's cabin looking for the third key,
She returns from the saloon earlier than expected.
surprises him, and he can't allow her to identify him.
He imprisons her until the coast is clear and then shoots her.
Why shoot her?
And thus, the thief becomes
Oh, because
a
she knows his
murderer.
face. Okay.
But
Fair enough.
still doesn't have all the keys.
Fair enough.
Are you sure that there's no bomb inside this time?
Professor Lucien locked it in front of an audience and it will be opened for the first time in Cairo.
Let's hope so.
You say
It
so.
will take hours to crack it, and you'd need heavy machinery.
Or the keys.
Or the 3 keys, that's right.
Just in your pocket, right? Yes? Verify that again for me?
Do you really think that the Raven is behind all this?
Man, I
He wrote
don't
the
know.
letter that was on the safe in the train. Without the letter, we wouldn't have opened the safe and the bomb wouldn't have exploded.
But it doesn't seem like him, does it? The Raven was famous in part because he never hurt anyone, much less killed anyone, during a burglary.
It's his handwriting, and he called me Nico. No one else does that.
I'm telling you,
I
Raven's
chased
daughter.
that man across Europe for years.
It's kind of cliche,
It
though,
is
but
him.
I'm still going with that.
Be him.
But the evidence...
Enough.
I'll be on my way.
I don't care about
I want to
evidence.
find
I'm an
out who gave me
investigator.
the drugged champagne.
Good idea.
Inspector, whatever my title is. Alright, that's still not my glass.
Legrand,
Oh,
are you okay?
you too are poisoned.
Maybe you should take a break.
I can sleep once I've caught the Raven. Goodbye, Constable.
Maybe somebody awake should have the key.
Be seeing you.
Let's look around. Don't. Where are you leaving? Don't leave. I don't look around this place. Man. Alright. Be like that.
Legrand is risking not just his career, but his health as well on his hunt for the Raven. He's working like a demon. Maybe that's why he caught the Raven and no one else.
Alright, next is up to the Baroness's cabin. And we will see what we can find there.